Nothing beats the long-lasting freshness and quality taste of Clover Fresh milk. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back, South Africa. So, South Africa, today we're going to be making something that's very delicious, very interesting, and very tasty. Now, spring is in the air. And what could be a better way to welcome the season on this not-so-blue Monday than with a tasty recipe, and it's also a very springy recipe. Our Clover Fresh Milk Snoek and Asparagus quiche is a celebration of seasonal and uniquely South African ingredients.
Okay.
We're going to be making a quiche with snoek in it. I don't know if you, well, you're a chef, you've probably tried snoek before.
I've been here for quite a while and I've had the snoek thing.
And?
It's definitely, I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Well, you're going to be making the snoek part of the dish for us. You'll be cooking that for us.
Yep.
I don't know if you've got any tips and tricks, rather, on how to make snoek.
Yeah, like there's a few. The first thing is get the pan hot. Okay. So this has been on for a couple of minutes now. Non-stick skillet pan, skin side down. Try and cook it as much as possible on the skin side down before you flip it over. Sometimes you don't even need to flip it over.
Oh, okay.
The idea is that the fish is slightly translucent and not cooked all the way through, because that's when it goes dry.
Correct.
Also, it's still going to cook when it's in the oven. And you don't want to overcook it because then it goes tough.
Of course, and once it's tough, it just becomes rubber and edible, and we don't want that.
No,
We're
we do not want
any
that.
Of that on our screens today. So to start off the quiche, you're going to be making the meat, and I'm going to fry up some of our asparagus over here. So let me just put that into the pan. My pan is not as hot as yours, but it also has been on for a bit of time.
Absolutely.
And as always with cooking, it is important to always season. Today we're keeping it very simple. We're just putting salt and pepper into our recipes and nothing else. It's just salt and pepper because most of the flavor we want to come from the actual meat.
Absolutely,
so you're going to cook the snoek there and I'm going to cook the asparagus over here. And all I want to do is just quickly flip it up here. So I've got the inside, I've got the stem of the asparagus, and then I've also got the spears as well on the top, which I'm going to use to just garnish the top of my asparagus. And obviously, because we're using Clover Fresh milk, it is a not-so-blue Monday. Because I don't believe in blue Mondays. We're going to be using this Clover Fresh milk, which is actually, it's undergone 55 quality tests. And every time I hear that, I find it so hard to believe.
So what is a 55 quality test?
Imagine, I'd like to find out from Clover what those 55 tests are. But basically, I know it's quality tests. So to make sure that the product that we're getting is up to standard. And we're celebrating 120 years of Clover in South Africa. So you can imagine, this is definitely a quality product.
For sure.
It is.
Yeah.
So over here, I'm going to go in with my Clover Fresh milk, going into the eggs. I've just got 3 eggs. South Africa, if you want the recipe details, please make sure to go into afternoonexpress.co.za. And you can obviously put your own South African twist to this. We are celebrating Heritage Month, and that's why we've decided to use snoek as one of our
and the new season asparagus as well.
Of course, yes. It's seasonal, it's tasty, it's at its best right now, so it is best to, you know, enjoy it however you like. But I don't know, I can think of a couple of other ingredients I can put into this that are actually South African. I don't know if you've ever tried this. Is it a sweet quiche? Have you ever tried it?
Yeah, no, sweet quiche is nice. It's basically like a custard tart.
I guess, at the end of the day.
Or a milk tart, or however they say it here. We call it custard tart, but milk tart.
It's all the same, I think.
Yeah, you know, it sounds Scouse when I say it, like Liverpoolian accent, so it's probably best I don't continue to try and pronounce it.
We'd like to keep you in South Africa. We don't want the South Africans to chase you out. So now that that's almost cooked, I'm just going to start. I like to do like this. I start with a layer of cheese at the bottom because I want it to be all nice and cheesy. Okay,
so it's like gooey at the bottom when you break it. Okay,
correct.
Lovely.
And obviously, like we've got here, I'm using phyllo pastry, but you could use any other base. Normally, we use short crust pastry.
Puff pastry's good, anything like that as well, huh?
Correct.
Okay.
Then we go in with our asparagus. I've forgotten to keep these spears for the top. The stems I'm just putting on the inside. How are we looking on the fish over there, chef?
Looking literally about 40 seconds off.
Okay. Can I ask you just to pass me that other one, and then I'll just break it into here, and then get out.
Okay, so I've deboned it already. It's taken the bones out, and I've used fish tweezers.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you can buy them from any, like, chefy store, and these little spatulas, but you don't have to. You can do it with your fingers after, obviously, like break through the meat and pull them out. That's the lovely thing about snoek.
I get you. And the one thing I like to enjoy about snoek is that we used to get it in Soweto. They basically just cure it and they sell it to you in that state.
No, exactly.
And that's basically it. So now that I've done all of that, South Africa, pour in our custard. And this is going to go into the oven to bake at 180 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. And that's basically it. Garnish it with some parsley And that is our recipe, South Africa. So to get your hands on this recipe, go to afternoonexpress.co.za. And in case you missed the steps, here's a quick recap.
Made with love by Clover.